Imagine this. You're a soldier, deep in the frozen forests of Europe during World War II. The year is 1944. Snow falls thick, blanketing everything in white. The air is so cold it stabs your lungs with every breath. You're fighting two enemies, the one with a rifle and the one you can't see, the cold. Frostbite is the silent threat. It starts as numbness, then your skin turns white, blue, black. Tissue dies. In these brutal conditions, frostbite could mean losing your toes, your feet, or even your life. Standard issue gear failed. Leather boots, once wet, stayed wet, turning into ice boxes around your feet. The cold took more soldiers off the front lines than some battles. But in the face of this, soldiers found a solution. Not a new weapon, but a clever trick. A hack passed in whispers. This secret wasn't a gun or tank. It was knowledge, a survival technique born of desperation. It turned flawed boots into a defense against the cold, saving countless lives. This is the story of that forgotten trick. Game changers in war aren't always tanks or bombers. Sometimes it's a simple idea. This boot hack was a quiet revolution born in the trenches. It kept soldiers' feet dry and warm, even in miles of snow or hours of guard duty. The genius? It used materials soldiers already had. No waiting for supplies. It spread by word of mouth, not official orders. When a veteran showed you, you listened. It was proven by survival. Units using this trick saw frostbite cases drop dramatically. It gave soldiers control over their fate, a psychological weapon as much as a physical one. This was one of World War II's great unsung innovations. To understand the hack, you need to know the enemy frostbite. Frostbite starts as pins and needles, then skin turns white, then black. Deep frostbite means numbness, blisters, and dead tissue, often leading to amputation. The winter of 1944-45 was one of the coldest. Soldiers fought in waist-deep snow, living in frozen foxholes. Boots were always wet, from snow or sweat. The body, trying to keep vital organs warm, cuts blood flow to hands and feet, making them even more vulnerable. Standing guard for hours, unable to move, made soldiers prime targets for frostbite. During the Battle of the Bulge, over 15,000 U.S. soldiers suffered cold injuries. For every 5 wounded or killed by the enemy, another was taken down by the cold. The Army tried to help, extra socks, advice to keep feet dry, but in a frozen foxhole, that was nearly impossible. The standard gear just wasn't enough. Soldiers needed something more. That's where the hack came in. It was a grassroots answer to a crisis. This idea didn't come from a lab. It came from soldiers who grew up in cold climates, using old-school wisdom. They saw the flaw leather boots trapped sweat which froze, making feet colder. The real problem wasn't just the cold outside, it was the moisture inside. The solution? A barrier, not to keep cold out, but to keep sweat away from insulating socks. This vapor barrier trapped sweat before it could soak the warm sock. It went against military doctrine, but it worked. The trick spread from soldier to soldier, shared in moments of rest or on long marches. It became a symbol of resourcefulness, a gift of knowledge, not an order. This informal network spread the hack faster than any official channel. It was a true grassroots movement, born in the mud and snow. Soldiers trusted it because it worked. It saved feet and lives. Sometimes the best solutions come from the ground up. How did they do it? The beauty is in its simplicity. It's a 4-step process. Start with a thin liner sock to wick sweat from your skin. Next, add a waterproof, non-breathable layer, a plastic bag or waxed paper from rations. This is your vapor barrier. It traps sweat, keeping it from reaching your insulating sock. Then, pull on a thick wool sock over the bag. This stays dry and warm. Finally, put on your boot. The boot can get wet, but your insulation stays dry. Your foot feels damp inside the bag, but your thick sock stays bone dry and effective. This simple system maximizes warmth and prevents frostbite. It's a trick you can use today with modern or improvised materials. The key: keep your insulation dry, no matter what. That's how you beat the cold. It's a lesson in survival, straight from the front lines. Sometimes the simplest hacks are the most powerful. Today's cold weather gear is incredible. Gore-Tex boots, synthetic insulation, high-tech socks. Modern boots are waterproof and breathable, and socks wick moisture fast. But even the best gear can fail. Membranes clog, boots get soaked, and drying in the field is tough. Plus, high-tech gear is expensive. That's why the old soldier's trick still matters. The vapor barrier liner is used by mountaineers and polar explorers today. It guarantees your insulation stays dry, even when modern gear can't. The WWII hack is a DIY version of this pro technique. It's low-tech, foolproof, and reliable. Sometimes clever concepts outlast technology. The lesson knowledge is your best gear. Old tricks still save lives. You might wonder, why does this matter now? The principles of staying warm haven't changed. Whether you're hiking, camping, or stranded in winter, this hack could save you. All you need is a plastic bag and some socks, improvised survival gear. It's about brains, not budget. Knowing this trick means you're prepared for the unexpected. It's perfect for multi-day trips when boots stay wet. Your feet may feel damp, but they'll stay warm and functional. The real lesson: managing moisture is everything. Wet insulation is useless. Keep it dry, and you stay alive. Sometimes the simplest solutions are the most robust. This WWII hack is living history, and still practical today. We're obsessed with new tech, but old wisdom endures. The WWII boot hack wasn't born in a lab, but in the harshest conditions. It's not about what you buy, but what you know. $1,000 of gear is useless if you don't understand survival basics. The boot hack is a mental tool, turning a plastic bag into life-saving equipment. Soldiers learned from each other, passing on only what worked. By learning these skills, we honor their ingenuity and carry their legacy. Old survival skills teach self-reliance and free us from total dependence on tech. The boot hack is more than warmth. It's a philosophy. Observe, adapt, and use what you have. This mindset is timeless. It prepares you for any challenge. We've seen how WWII soldiers fought the cold with ingenuity. Their simple boot hack turned desperation into survival. The lesson: knowledge beats gear. Soldiers transformed a K-ration bag into high-tech equipment, keeping their socks dry and feet warm. This thinking separates victims from survivors, using what you have to solve problems. Don't just file this away. Try it. Next time you're out in the cold, use a thin sock, a plastic bag, and a thick sock. Feel the difference. Learn by doing. The wisdom of the past is meant to be used, not forgotten. These skills are our inheritance. Honor them and empower yourself. The WWII boot hack is a perfect start, simple, effective, and fundamental. Embrace the soldier's secret. Make it part of your toolkit. Sometimes a plastic bag and old wisdom are all you need to get home safe.